Welcome back, rankers. Well, I'm up here at the beautiful Gold Coast. It's about as warm as Melbourne at the moment, but that's okay. I'm speaking at the Professional eBay Sellers Alliance tomorrow and Thursday and Friday, and that's why I'm up here. So I'm not going to do any screen capture today, but I just wanted to take you through a couple of the things. Incidentally, I'm just recording this on the iPhone. This is for the internal mic. A couple of things. One of the presentations I'm giving is on Google Webmaster Tools, and because I firmly believe most site owners are unaware of it or don't use it properly or look at the things that they should be looking at. The first thing, and look, the Webmaster Tools menu changes all the time, but the first thing that you should look at inside Webmaster Tools is the content keywords, and that's under the optimization menu. The reason you should have a look at that, you look at the top 3 keywords that Google has found that it thinks your site is most authoritative for. And if they don't match the keywords you're targeting, you have an issue. So before you go off and do any backlinking or guest blogging or anything else, you need to fix it up first. One of the examples I'm using in the seminar is that we've got one client who has just come on and their top keyword is loading now, according to Google Content Keywords. Now you might think, well, they must be in the removals business. No, they're not. They're in the home loans business. Why is the #1 keyword loading? Well, because they have a piece of flash on the front page of their site. And as many of you already know, Google can crawl flash, has been since about 2007. Unfortunately, if your piece of flash doesn't have any text in it, or in this case, of our client, the word loading to indicate that the piece of flash is loading, then that's all it's going to read. So the most prominent piece of content or keyword on this client site is loading. The next 2 keywords are quite good. They're relevant to the site. But the first one, loading, forget it. So you need to look at the top 3 keywords under optimization, content keywords, and make sure they relate. Because this is an indication of how Google's crawling your site, if it's crawling the right areas, and whether it's crawling the right keywords or it's picking up the right key phrases. For all you know, you may have a whole lot of alt text against images that's got nothing to do with the keywords that you're targeting, and Google's counting those as some sort of predominance of authority for the keywords that are on your site. Next thing you should look at is, and I've seen this quite a bit, we've had 2 NRL sides in recent times, that's National Rugby League, for those of you who don't know, come to us when their new sites went live. Now, this wasn't a new domain name or a new URL or anything like that. It was basically new sites pushed live, and the developer had not done any of the groundwork before pushing them live. And that groundwork basically consists of going into Google Webmaster Tools, #1, monitoring any broken links or 404s that Google might be picking up after the new site's gone live. But before that, you need to make sure you 301, you permanently redirect all the old URLs to the new equivalent URLs. Don't just redirect them all to the front page. And of course, set up the new sitemap so Google knows where everything is. Now, in the case of the NRL teams, we believe the new sitemaps had gone up, but they hadn't done the 301 redirecting of all the old URLs. And why that's a bad thing is because all of a sudden you have all these web pages currently in the index from your old site that Google goes to, and they're broken. They don't work anymore. They're 404ing. So all of a sudden you have an index full of busted links until Google picks up the new sitemap, recrawls the new sitemap, and then recrawls the old URLs and finds that they're no longer relevant. You can totally, and what happened to these 2 NRL teams is basically when you Googled their brand name, the name of their team, they weren't in the index. You couldn't find them. And so you had fans complaining, players complaining, of course, because their fan page wasn't available, all those sorts of things. The pages were there, but Google just didn't know where they were. And when you have a lot of people now using Google as their navigation bar, essentially, they'll just type the brand in. I do it on mobile devices because it's easier than trying to type in the whole URL on a mobile device. I'll just type it into Google, click, easy, right? So we trust Google for a lot of those sorts of things. So if you are moving to a new site, make sure you 301 the old URLs. Now, the other reason that it's important to keep an eye on 404s, and this comes under, where are we? This comes under health in the new Webmaster Tools menu, and crawl errors. The reason you need to keep an eye on 404s there if you're moving to a new site is that there might be thousands of other sites around the net, or you might spend bucket loads of time building up backlinks and getting all this kudos from the wider web, and you go and launch the new site and you don't 301 the new URLs, or there's some old URLs that you've forgotten about that you didn't 301 because you didn't think they were important anymore, whatever. If all these other sites are linking to some of those those old URLs that are now broken, you've got 404s. So Google's going to tell you about them. Now, one method of fixing those broken URLs is going to the site owner and saying, oh, can you change that URL that you're pointing to, that backlink, can you put it to this new one, please? But the faster way, and the way that's in your control, and you don't have to wait for the other site owners to respond, is you can just find who's linking to those busted URLs, look at the busted URL, and if you haven't 301'd it already, just 301 it, boom, you've picked up a bunch of backlinks. And if you're not moving to a new site, you should do this as well, because there might be just small typos and some backlinks that people have put on over the years across other sites around the web you don't know about. Well, you can fix those and you can pick up backlinks. Easy, right? The other thing that you should be looking at in a post-Penguin world with Google Webmaster Tools is go and have a look at the traffic menu in Webmaster Tools and have a look at the links to your site area. Now, Google's not going to tell you all the backlinks that are out there. It probably won't even tell you all the ones that it knows about. But if you go into that area and you find a whole lot of spammy backlinks or backlinks you think are a bit dodgy, well, there's a good list there that you can go to those site owners and say, hey, can you take that backlink down now? We're not too keen on it. And in a post-Penguin world, we've done this for one of our clients. Slowly, this is the client that we told you about that had spammy backlinks. It's slowly getting better. The other great thing about Webmaster Tools from about 8 months ago is they included, and this is under the menu, was it Your Site on the Web? It used to be called, now it's called Traffic. Yes, it's called Traffic. The search queries link, right? You can integrate this into Google Analytics as well. Why this is a great thing and underutilized is because it tells you the number of search impressions that your website is appearing for. Now, you won't typically get this with Analytics unless you've integrated this. Analytics will tell you what someone clicked on in the search results to get to your site, and they'll give you the keyword. But if no one clicked on that link, you won't get the keyword. So search queries will tell you how many times someone's actually searching for a phrase. And I'll give you one example. My own personal blog site, notcrmedia.biz, is another site. It ranks about 8 for Netflix Australia, and according to Google Webmaster Tools search queries, there's 4,500 searches per month for that query, right? According to the Google AdWords tools, it's saying 9,900. So you can use this search queries tool within Webmaster Tools to cross-check against what you're doing in AdWords to get a reality check, because I have found that the search queries number in Webmaster Tools is far more accurate than the Google AdWords tool. And you can also compare the clicks that Google Webmaster Tools says you're getting in search queries compared to your analytics. And the comparisons that we've done show that what analytics saying and what Google Webmaster Tools is saying is fairly accurate. So that means that Google AdWords keyword tool is really bumping up the numbers for some reason. I don't know why. You might have your own theory about that. Who knows? But that's it for this week from the sunny but not warm Gold Coast, and we'll see you next week. Thanks very much. Bye.